Hi guys, so welcome to my channel. So now that I'm kind of getting into the groove of being a mom of two, I'm trying like different things out to kind of like make myself feel pretty good about myself. And one of the things I want to do is try a foundation. So I've started getting really into makeup when I was like my mid-20s, and I got really good at it. And then life started happening. The pandemic, had a baby, had another baby. My child was in the NICU. My nephew passed away. A whole bunch of things happened, and I kind of just like fell off. And so now I'm kind of like getting interested in makeup again, and I just want to like test out something. So I've just been finding a lot of things on TikTok with people like saying like foundations is something you really want to like splurge on because it sometimes has better ingredients for you than drugstore. And I saw something about L'Oreal's hyaluronic like tinted something. L'Oreal True Match Hyaluronic Tinted Serum. So we're going into our spring and summer months, and I don't want to look like too done. Like, I have on so much makeup, it's not doing anything for my skin. I want my skin to be able to breathe in the spring and summer, especially as we get into these like more humid months. I've got really dry skin, and so I'm just gonna try out some products that I saw on TikTok, and I just want to be like, let's see if they work. I've got super dry skin, so something that I saw on TikTok, it's not a sponsored video, but I just kind of want to try it out, is this Garnier Green Labs Hualu Melon. So I'm just gonna try that. It's got SPF 30, which now that I am 32, I really am starting to like take skincare seriously. I mean, I drink about 120 ounces of water a day. I don't really eat fast food. I monitor my sugar intake. I don't smoke. I really don't drink. I mean, I've had 2 pregnancies back to back. I've had 2 kids in the last 3 years, and I breastfed. So I have not really had any type of like alcohol substance in my body. So I feel like I'm doing okay when it comes to skincare, but you know, SPF is always a good thing. So I think it's really rare for anybody, black, white, Asian, to find Hispanic, blue, black, purple, anybody to find a foundation that completely matches their skin tone. And I picked up this e.l.f. Halo Glow, and I got her in the shade Tan Deep, and it was just a little bit light on my skin. It was causing me to have a little bit of a gray cast. And so I googled, what do you do if you have a gray cast after putting on foundation? It said it's because your foundation is just a little too light. So after I saw this on TikTok, the L'Oreal True Match Nude Hyaluronic Tinted Serum, I got her in the color medium deep. So again, I heard this like e.l.f. Halo Glow is just like extremely good makeup product, and it really is. I only paid $7 for it, and I mixed it initially with my Anastasia Beverly Hills foundation, which I absolutely love her. I think she's a great foundation, but she is a little bit dark. I mean, I've basically been out of the sun for the past like year and a half. And so, and I think I've started to lighten up as I've gotten older. So the Anastasia Beverly Hills was like a dark deep, and I just think it's too dark for my skin tone. It just is not working. So I am mixing the L'Oreal True Match Medium Deep with my e.l.f. in Tan Deep. I've just been trying to like learn as much as I can about makeup, because it's just a nice way for me to kind of have some me time and also like continue to develop and learn and, you know, just practice on things that I kind of let go while I became a mom, and, you know, made that my priority. So another thing that I've kind of found interesting is that a lot of these products that we're finding on like TikTok and like Instagram, but like especially TikTok, is kind of just like how these companies just like overprice all of these products. And then you have companies come along like e.l.f. who really target the consumer and show us as consumers that you don't need to spend $40, $50, $60 on a high-end makeup to be able to get the look you want. So my sister got married, it's 2023 right now. My sister got married 5 years ago, and we got a professional makeup artist, which I highly, highly recommend that if you are a bride and it is in your budget, get a makeup artist. I think it's just a nice way to feel pampered to and catered to, and it's a nice treat for your bridal party. But my sister got a makeup artist, and he had just started his like ascent to being like who he is now. Like he now does makeup for like the Real Housewives and like Love and Hip Hop stars and reality TV stars who have been part of the reality universe for a long time. So that's who he does makeup for now. But when my sister booked him for her wedding, he had just started booking Hollywood customers. So he hadn't really been overbooked yet. And he had just started flying out of state, like, and start really, really doing it. So he was able to he was able to do my sister's wedding party. And one thing that I paid very close attention to, because I was like, I want full face. He asked me, he was like, what do you want? And I said, I want full face. I want to look like Kim Kardashian. I want that same like contour highlight, super, super contour, super, super highlight, super, super sculpted. I was like, make me look like just as close to a Barbie Kardashian as possible. And as I was laying in bed that night, I had not taken my makeup off. The one thing that like I stood up, I remember I shot up in bed and I was like, oh my gosh, he used all drugstore. And he did. He had used all drugstore products on the entire bridal party. And the entire bridal party's makeup lasted all night. I slept in my makeup and woke up and my face was still beat to the gods. This was without any high-end makeup. And it just like, I say all that to say this, like, companies would like to make us believe that you have to buy $40, $50, $60 on one product of a foundation in order to be able to get a look that you want. And then you have companies come out like e.l.f., and then you have companies who don't bend like L'Oreal, and you see that you're able to achieve a look with two products combined are less than half of what one product for one company would be worth. And I get it, we're a consumerist market. The best of the best shall rise in terms of who they get to pry their product. But it just goes to show that like you, especially in this day and age, especially right now. I know the trend is really just like skincare, skincare, skincare. It's not really about makeup. It's about how like you don't really need makeup, but if you want to wear makeup, it should be like targeted towards skincare too. And it's just like, do you really need a $40 or $50 or $60 foundation? Now, my very first foundation, when I was making like, I was working 2 serving jobs. I was opening up a Texas Roadhouse. I'm sorry. I was opening up at Hooters and I was closing a Texas Roadhouse 6 days a week. That was back when I was like 25. So I was bringing in like cash every single day. Like I was doubling every day. So it was like a weekend every day. And so I was making so much money. It was stupid. So my first high-end foundation that I ever spent and splurged money on was Giorgio Armani. And it's beautiful foundation. It worked for my skin tone, because my skin type, because I'm exceedingly dry. But it turned out it oxidized red, and I didn't really like that. And then as I got towards the winter, it didn't really fit my skin tone at all, because I obviously lighten up in the winter like everybody else. And it was just like, yeah, Giorgio Armani is a great $65 makeup with tax, almost 70 bucks. But I don't want to have to spend $70 on a foundation. I just don't. Let me see something. And like, look at this base. This is without taking a beauty blender and buffing. This is without any type of contour highlight. This is like legit just the foundation. And I feel like this is a beautiful, beautiful freaking base. Like, and these are 2 products that are less than 30 bucks in total. They're less than 25 bucks in total. I spent $14 on a L'Oreal and $7 on this e.l.f. And I just think, like, you know, you don't, if you want to splurge, absolutely. But when you have companies that are coming out that are really, really targeted on trying to make the consumer's money last a little bit longer, go a little bit further, it makes me happy to know that, like, this is such a good base in my opinion, and it's based on products that are not expensive, that the average woman can go do. You know, like I said, I just became a mom of 2. I am spending my money on them. And yes, people tell me all the time, don't forget about you, don't forget about you, you need to spend money too. And I will. There are things that I absolutely will spend money on me. But right now, most of my money, time, and attention, energy is going to my kids, as it should, you know? And I just think if I can afford, and not even just afford, if I can create a base. And like I said, this is just this is no contouring, no highlighting, no buffing with a beauty blender. But if I can create a base with products that are literally less than 30 bucks, this is a winner for me. This is really good. If you guys have any interest in like possibly trying the L'Oreal, or if you already have and I'm just late to the game, that's cool too. But I just wanted to try this makeup out on camera and see how it looked, and it didn't disappoint. So, like I said, it's not sponsored. I'm just here talking to moms while my kid's asleep. This is, like I said, a base without contour, without highlight, without beauty blending. And it's gorgeous. Alright guys, so thanks so much for listening to me ramble and talk. So talk to you guys later. Bye.